Hello everyone, we're back with Agricultural Simulator Historical Farming, and we're going, I forget what we said we were going to do with this episode, but we sorted out our animals. We don't have any logs over there to do anything with, so I think what we'll do is we'll definitely make sure there's more grass in here for the cows, because they do go through it quite rapidly. So we can see. Yeah, they've got 19 grass in there, and that will not take them long to get through. I'm trying to double press W now to try and run, which is far more Minecraft. I think I also said we'd start to kind of look at getting some grass cut so that we'd got a good supply of that. So for that obviously we'll need the mower and the forage wagon. There we go. Okay, so we've given them another. And then obviously we can start looking at making some fields. Oh, see what I mean about dropping these things? It does become very frustrating, but you do learn to kind of get a good hold of the things before you kind of start trying to walk around. Okay. Lots of noisy animals, but then again, what do you expect on a farm? Okay. That should keep them okay for now. So, let's climb up on our tractor. And let's figure out the key for the shop. I think it's still P. Okay, so what we want is an extension. And we want the mower. So we're going to buy that one. No, I was wrong. It wasn't P, it was O. I kind of mashed both of them. And we're going to need the forage wagon as well. Aren't we? We need the forager and we need a transportation doofer. Yeah, that's a very technical term, a transportation doofer. Yes. So, okay, so this is the one that we need. So we need this one. And we will need this one. And I don't have enough money. Should do. Maybe I don't have enough space, so possibly don't have enough space to do these things. So let's go and hook up the mower first off. Okay. Yes, hello Wolfbag. Yeah, I know you're a lovely little pooch, but not right now. I is busy. Where have you gone? There you are. Good boy. Just quit your barking for a minute. Ooh, that was nearly into the wall. Okay, so obviously mowing's going to be the first part that we need to do. And then the foraging will have to take place. There you go, we can buy it now. Excellent. So, dum dum dum. just tempted to cut a nice long space out here. So if we'd use the tab, we can open out the mower, and the U and J control the hydraulics. Ah, and there you go, we've got a nice little indicator there. We haven't connected the power takeoff, so we just need to kind of get out again. And it's there to there. Bingo. So now we should be in a position to use J to lower. And then we just need to activate. I don't know if we can we? Oh, no, maybe not. If that's going to misbehave, I'm not going to try it. Let's just activate the mower. So you can see it starts going round. So we're then going to kind of have a... I think number 2 should do it. Why are you not cutting grass? Ah, there you are. There's obviously no grass there to cut that it thinks. So what I'm going to do is, rather than trying to cut a field area, because a lot of this further down is where we're going to be dragging the logs across, we're just going to kind of do a nice single trail out, and then we'll follow that with the forager. And yeah, basically doing this kind of prevents you from getting everything that you need to do in order to do the fields. First of all, the grass is so important for the animals. So we'll have to build ourselves up gradually as we go. I mean, we still have nearly 1,500 coins, so we'll get there. I'm not in any particular hurry, but that's it. If we're going to concentrate on the animals, it's important that we get the grass right first. We can also get a baler, and we can bale up the grass, so we get the grass bales. And then you can get, I think if you get the, basically the tedder, it'll turn it into hay, and then you can bale up the hay as well. Oh look, there's a deer that's kind of half in the ground. Bless him. You got to love it. So, been a little bit surprised with how many views episode 1 got. I have to admit, I was expecting to kind of have this as a kind of a secondary Let's Play, but it seemed there's quite a lot of interest, so certainly quite a few comments as well, so thank you everybody. I hope you're enjoying, and yeah, as long as you guys are enjoying and viewing, then obviously the videos will continue. I have got Agricultural Simulator Historical Farming set to be kind of Thursdays and Sundays, so but we'll see how that goes. Farming Giant is still the biggest, or the primary Let's Play that I've got going, but we'll see how things go, because you're about to see kind of, yeah, you're about to see how I kind of work with having 2 things on the back of a tractor. Or is that how the tractor works, with 2 things on the back of it? I forget which. So that should hopefully be enough grass. I think it's not so much the kind of collection of the grass, it's the getting it in the grass storage area that's going to be the fun part. It certainly was the last time I ever tried this. But it's fun, is all I'm going to say. You guys will see in a minute. So there we go. So nice fun, cutting grass. Quite an old cutter obviously, but then again, historical farming, clues in the title. There we go. So we're done there now. So let's switch that off and fold it back up. And where do I want to store it? I normally store it. This one, I normally store it back here. When I'm going backwards, I always forget which way the keys are going to go. Okay, right. Oh. Thank you very much, mower. We don't need you at the moment. Let's go and pick up our other goodies. Right, I'm not going to start with the forage wagon, because that's not what we want on our rig first. We want this baby. Now, what you will see in a minute, when I get there, is that both of them have a connection for the power takeoff. That doesn't mean they need to connect to each other, but what it does mean, in order to empty it, we will have to disconnect the... I'm going to link it there first of all for moving. I've got a dog panting behind me. So yeah, so basically, yeah, what you will see is I link it there so that it's cut over, but when we actually want to operate it, I'm going to move it and put it over onto the far one so that it's nice out the side of the tractor. And there we go. So now, trying to kind of maneuver this without destroying anything. No. This is how you find out if my reversing's any better than Stocko's, which is probably not. Which is odd when you would consider that I did have a nice little toy tractor when I was a kid. So we're going to connect that into there. So you can see we've got some hooking in locations back here so that this can tow something as well. Okay, so now when we kind of go, we've got a nice arrangement there. We're going to kind of move on over to here. Get out the way, chickens! Get out the way, deer! And then I'm going to do exactly what I said I was going to do, which is just to move this one. So we're going to disconnect the PTO. We're going to disconnect that one and then reconnect it to this one. And then reconnect the PTO. So I did just kind of skim over the fact that this one has its PTO here. When we come to unloading, we will have to disconnect this from the back, leave this somewhere, and then tow this Oni here so that we can use the PTO to extract the grass without having to do anything particular. Okay, so what we do need to do is just kind of align that chute to the forage wagon. The way we do that is here. So you can see in the background that's rotating, so if we kind of did that like that, you'd be able to see, and then you can either lower the harvester, lift the chute up, okay, so that's pretty good. So the forage wagon has a capacity of 1,000, which is probably hopefully a lot more than we have cut. So let's lower the harvester, get that down and ready, activate it, and then we're going to kind of move along and just aim it basically so that it covers the grass. For some reason I'm not zooming out. I don't know why. But what we'll should see is grass going into our... You won't see anything actually coming from the chute. I don't know if that's intended to be that way or if that's just a bug, but I haven't seen it thus far, so maybe it's just a limitation of what we can do with the game. But what we can see is we've got 56 grass, we've got our grass topping up nicely in our forage wagon. And yeah, even if we haven't got the bales, the grass is pretty much one of the mainstays. It's the things the cows and the pigs will eat first, and then I think they move on to the grass bales and the hay bales and stuff like that. Give him a beep! Get out of the way. So yeah, so once we've done this, like I say, I'll just show you that sequence of events that you're going to need to kind of get the grass into the... I don't know what it's called, the grass box? The grass storage area, whatever you choose to call it. And this is where I have to be careful, because obviously if we stress the power takeoff beyond its capacity, it won't. It'll disconnect. Unfortunately, we're good, I think. So, very similar with the baler, except obviously it chucks bales out the back. So what we'll probably do next episode is we'll probably do a pass of this with the bales. Then we'll have a look at getting the tedder, because then we'll be able to do grass bales and hay bales, and the only ones we'll need to buy for the animals will be straw. And then we can kind of start to think about whether or not we're going to breed our pigs or sell them. So we've got at least one we can sell. Whether or not we sell the sheep and just leave them, because I'm not really... I'm probably a dairy farmer. Oh well, my uncle was. So that's the kind of farm that we were operating when I was a kid. So there's probably going to be some stories later on in the series about kind of me kind of bouncing around on tractors as a kid, up on the trailer full of hay bales, riding it back to the barn when we really weren't allowed to. So that's my brother and I. So yeah. It was fun. It was something that got you out in the outdoors. And yeah, for all the people that kind of think it's just smelly, horrible places, it was... I only have great memories of it, so... There we go. Right. So let us deactivate our forester. I will get the right words out, you know? So let's raise that up. And... where are we going to park you, my friend? I think we'll park you here for the time being. There you go. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Ooh. Right, so we want to probably disconnect that for a sec and shift this just a smidge forward. Just a smidge, that's a very technical measurement. It's, yeah. Use a lot of technical terms. And there we go. So, that's now. Obviously, if you're actually doing it really, you zoom that up and then disconnect it, but we're only clicking with a frickin' mouse, so... Right, now let's go backwards. Now let's pick this geezer up. Why do I keep landing on top of equipment? That's because I'm working in a confined space, I know. Now this is part, like I said, this is the fun part. because... not just because it doesn't connect, but... Excellent. We're secured. Now, the reason this is the fun part is I found it very difficult in the previous times to get this close enough to the... because I was trying to reverse it in, and my reversing is atrocious. So what we're going to try and do is get it as close to the edge as possible, without... don't destroy the wool farmer. If you break it, you bought it. Right, so I'm going to try the... make it... if this... Okay, I'm going to try and see if we can make this a bit easier on me, and you guys if you're watching, so that when you do this it's not so difficult. So we'll reconnect our... well, we'll connect our PTO, otherwise we'll go to the back and we'll find out we can't do it. So what I was trying to do was, instead of doing this, I was trying to reverse this right in here. And I found that didn't work too well for me. Largely because this whole thing pivots. If it had been a proper bar, and then these had been non-pivoting wheels, I'd probably been able to manage it, but with this pivoting, it was just crazy. Yeah. I'm not used to reversing stuff like that. So we're going to kind of use our tab key, and then we're going to open the back door, and as you can see it's flowing out, and hopefully it's flowing out into our whatever it's called, into our grass. So if we, yeah, so you can see it's flowing in nicely. So we only had a couple of hundred in there, and we're now kind of getting a nice lot in there, and that means effectively we've got plenty of grass to work in for our cows and possibly our pigs if we're going to go in them. So I won't be recording the next episode for a short while, so I'll probably do it well, probably doing it during the week. You should be watching this on Sunday, Easter Sunday, so happy Easter everyone. I've missed that one, but this is probably the third video you've had today, so yeah, so that's your Easter present. No, I don't want the mower down. Too close to the mower, so I'm looking at that as well. So back door, let's close that up. And let's go and park this up. And then we can basically call that it for today. And then next time we'll be looking at the baler. So I'm going to park this one up. I'm done. Where am I going to park you up? I'm going to park you up next to the pig pasture. What we can do is we can start to put stuff in the garage, but for now, I'm just going to kind of throw it wherever. Come on, disconnect things, please. Ah, there we go. Disconnectings, thank you. Okay, so that is collecting grass in Agricultural Simulator Historical Farming, so that you have a steady supply of grass for your animals. So, until next time everybody, take care, and yeah, let me know if you want us to kind of sell the pigs or breed them. I think I'm going to definitely sell the sheep, because we haven't got the capacity in this one to do sheep and cows. Sheep and cows. So we'll kind of do that, and we might try and hook a deer at some point, because I think you might be able to hook a deer in and sell them. So yeah, so like I say, until next time, take care folks.